Financial Survival Network, helping you survive and thrive in the new economy. Go to CarrieLutz.com and sign up for 30 free micro trainings on financial survival.
$14.90 WGCH. This is Carrie Lutz. You're listening to the Financial Survival Network. Time for another Triple Lutz report. For those of you who are regular listeners who find what I do valuable, I can't thank you enough. I'm flattered, I'm honored that so many thousands of you around the world listen to my work. Obviously, there's an appetite for this, for clear-headed libertarian thinking. And if you remember, last week, towards the end of the week, I did a blog posting and a Triple Lutz report, Does Ron Paul Really Matter? And today, January 18th, 2012, we got our answer. And the answer is a resounding yes. Thank you, Ron Paul. Thank you, Dr. Paul, for getting this idea out. It's not your own. You don't have to be original. You just have to be honest and be your own person and express the truth as you see it. And you, Dr. Paul, have done it. And if anybody's interested, my landlord's brother, a well-renowned artist, has done a special Ron Paul flag. It is outstanding. It's really emotional. I didn't think a piece of modern art could touch me in the way that it has. I'm going to be posting it on the blog. If you want copies, free copies, digital, scaled down, email me, kl@carrielutz.com, or go on to carrielutz.com, sign up for the Financial Survival Toolkit, sign up for the newsletter. Getting back to the subject here, Newt Gingrich pretty much does a call for another gold commission. And understand, like, commissions, committees, it's a bunch of garbage. It's just an excuse by the government to appear that they're doing something, that they're trying to fix something when they're really not. But Gingrich was speaking at Columbia, South Carolina, at a foreign policy forum sponsored by the U.S. Global Leadership Coalition. And, I don't know what the heck that means. But what he's saying here is we need to get our house in order. We need to vaccinate ourselves against the foreign contagion. The correct answer to the euro isn't to print more money, to prop up the Germans, prop up Europe. The right answer is, how do we seal our banks off? And I think that's impossible. Newt, I don't know if you indulge in substance abuse, but come on. It's one global banking cartel out there. They're in bed with each other. They're buying each other's paper, swapping debt, selling CDSs, credit default swaps. They're selling each other CDSs, and the rest of the world, they're just digging us into a bigger hole. There is no way to stop them but to get rid of them. But what he gets into is to repeal the Humphrey-Hawkins Act, which is to say to the Federal Reserve, your only job is to maintain the stability of the dollar, because we want a dollar to be worth in 30 years what it's worth now, because that optimizes savings and investment when people can predict the value of their money. Now, Newt, you're late to the party. Honestly, I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. You got a track record here of not being a trustworthy person. But I have to say, in this little pitch that you did here to pick up Ron Paul voters, to blow off Romney and the rest of the statists, of which I think you're probably one as well, you picked up on a theme that Ron Paul's been pushing for 20-something years, the Mises Institute, the Ayn Rand Institute. So many libertarian thinkers know the only way to attain a stable monetary system is gold backing, monetary backing. Now, Martin Armstrong brings up a valid point that, hey, they were printing money, lying about it, counterfeiting, even when the dollar was backed by gold. However, it was nothing like what it is now in this fiat regime. Newt, the other thing you got to look at is cutting out 80% of the federal government, because the waste, the corruption, the corporatism is just destroying this country, killing the middle class, and destroying the will to succeed, which has been for over 200 years in the DNA of Americans. So, Newt, you're halfway there. Address the debt. Call for a constitutional amendment that will prohibit any debt unless we're in a war, all right? And not a war that we started, a war in which we have been attacked and actually declare war on the aggressor. If you do these things, not only will you win by a landslide, if you carry forth on it, you will be known as the greatest president of the 21st century. So, Newt, I don't believe you. I don't trust you. I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. But if you come through with this, I'll have to change my opinion. This is Kerry Lutz, been another Triple Lutz Report, signing off.